Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Life After Lockup Recap here on Jade and XD's Patreon. We know that there's another show coming.
Oh yeah.
Love on the Bowl.
Yes.
Or something.
Yeah.
Love During Lockup. Let us know if you want us to cover it. But you know, we be lying because we be saying like, "Oh, we're not gonna cover this shit," and then we do it anyway.
Yeah, but I told XD, I was like, let me know if that's something you really want to do.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah, because
So you all let us know.
Yeah, just comment below. You know, let the two dolls know. But today is Life After Lockup, episode 52 of season 3. Oh man,
So fucking stupid.
so dumb. So dumb, so dumb. Who do you want to start with?
So dumb, so dumb. Let's do Native Charles.
The fuck was that? I'm telling you, there might be spirits in this shit, see? Anywho.
Or like that video of all them black people where they're like, something happens in the house and everybody be like, that's me. All
everything stops.
day.
You gotta mute everything just...
Right, I stop. And then I go and I look at all the windows to see if somebody came up the fire escape.
Valid.
Oh, they good. And I got a lot of shit in the window, so I'd usually hear if there was something coming on.
Valid. You gotta keep a nigga be cool stick by, not just one. You gotta have one around each orifice. Like,
multiple.
We have the window.
Oh, I have a ceramic potted plant that's hanging from the ceiling by one of the windows. So if a nigga ever tried to climb in that, whop. Okay, Home Alone. I am smashing that head. So.
Did you know they're coming out with the Home Alone reboot?
Is Macaulay Culkin in it?
No, it's Kimmy Schmidt is in it.
As Hoomps.
One of the villains. She's like the Joe Pesci of the situation.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, Joe Pesci, right? He was in it. Yeah, Joe Pesci.
I don't want to see Home Alone 3, and I don't really want to see a reboot. But if they're gonna put some good people in it and like make it good, whereas like when videos back in the day used to come out like Home Alone 3 and Lion King 1.5 and shit like that, it was kind of like very straight to DVD. Whereas when they reboot some stuff, sometimes that succeeds. Like we're getting a reboot of Little Mermaid, right? But we're getting us a black Ariel. Whereas, so I'm intrigued to see Kimmy Schmidt as a villain. But I don't know how intrigued I am to see a reboot of Home Alone.
Well, I don't really understand it because the kid is British and so is the family, but Kimmy Schmidt is not. So I'm like, are you British people living in America and then going back to the UK? Maybe that's happening.
It's an American who's maybe they try to rework some history.
Maybe.
I don't know, nigga, but that's. I don't want to see a British Kevin.
He looks like.
Is that anti-phobic something?
No, you just don't want to see a British Kevin. Like I was telling Chris Rogers, I was like, Home Alone is such an American movie, and also it's such a 90s, 80s, and 90s film because I don't see how you could reboot it with technology. There's a lot of comedy and errors in the 90s worked because they didn't have technology to assist them.
Yeah.
But now that we do, it's like, nigga, you doing all this when you could just text somebody.
Right. I see how they could probably, like, how I guess maybe they could step up the Talk Boy and use an iPad and maybe he is able to code something into the... Does that ever do anything? I see. Maybe I don't know. Let's watch it and review it. When is it coming out?
Okay. I don't know.
Okay.
Whenever hell freezes over, I don't know. But let's talk about Indigenous Charles Manson and Bust Down Christiana Bust Down. I'm going to tell you, this episode's real dry. But I didn't take a lot of notes. But the stuff that was there was tea. So, with them, it's a big miscommunication with them. So, you know...
Is it?
Tara was down to the dress barn, you know, picking out her wedding fit, her wedding drip, if you will. Mm-hmm. And, you know, remember, at the time, she kept calling her sister Tarabelle from Tarabelle because she wants her sister, even though her sister's fucked up, she wants her sister to be a part of the wedding. And remember, her mama done stepped in, and now she thinks she's Griselda, dealing coke out the Monte Carlo and shit. Because, Mama's not on the tank anymore. She's lost a couple pounds in the weights for y'all. You know what I mean?
And did you see her apple bottom jeans and the jeans with the fur?
Oh, yeah. Listen, did you get into the plum lip?
Oh, of course. Okay, and let me tell you something. A chandelier earring is what she had.
Oh, listen.
And
the doll peeped.
Okay. Okay. I didn't peak in high school, and then she had like a stole, and then she had fur at the end of her jeans to match. Mm-hmm. And I said, "Is it the boots or the jeans?"
You never know. You never know. Raccoon goes on everything.
Great, Mister. I thought it was possum. I thought it was opossum fur.
That or a capybara, whichever.
But the mother, and it's always like she makes me laugh at the most inappropriate things because she starts speaking about Tarabelle as if Tarabelle is there. So, well, okay, so we see that he calls Tarabelle and basically like goes to the highway and calls her from the middle of the highway to be like, stay the fuck away. I'm sorry. Which is, because I was like, ooh. So then, mother is like, well, we're really happy where you are in life right now, Christiana, and we want to keep you here, and we hope that you can, remain off of drugs and, in this lifestyle that you've created for yourself. We're so proud of you. And they were like, and she was like, if Tarabelle is on that shit, then just stay the fuck away, Tarabelle.
Yeah. It's like the only person I want her there is Christiana.
Christiana, bust down Christiana, I know. Right. I know.
So then, all of a sudden, we cut to some ceremony of sorts.
Chanupa smoke,
right? Now, it's really hard for me to digest him being native.
Okay, so...
And I don't want to be insensitive because he could very well be. And...
He
could be. Now, I feel it in my shundo that there's maybe like a drop,
Yeah,
maybe like a
30th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a dodecahydrone, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Okay, but you get it. I have been on one all day.
All day. Because this nigga showed me some shit today. Anyway,
whatever. You laughed at my grandmother.
I did not laugh at your grandma. I laughed at her clowns. be very clear here. What you're not gonna do, because I will sue you. Is what I'll sue you for libel.
Anywho,
And
you're
have
right.
witnesses. Oh, so where were we at? So okay, you know what I did during this part? Because you know how I am. So you know I got into it, and I was like, I don't see you. Okay, it was very much like a mush to the TV, like, go on, white man, I'm gonna pay attention to what's happening over here. Because Papa is native. Okay, Papa is, now his bloodline was also infiltrated a smidge, you know, because I pay attention to features. But Papa's native, the elder was. And so I started paying attention to what he was saying and pretending like native Charles Manson wasn't even there. And he was like, yes, he was like, this is the Chinumpa smoke and this is a sacred ritual in order to, you know, we do this so that those who don't have a voice or those who can't dance for themselves, we pray for them and we pray, you know, to Mother Word. Really?
You know, cats don't give a fuck.
So anyway, it's like we pray to the great mystery. We pray to Mother Earth, to the sun. And I just thought it was beautiful, right? I'm just sitting there, I'm like, yes, I just love ritual. And then I was like, I don't know how much of this is supposed to be filmed. And then I was like, and how we doing sacred ritual and this nigga ain't sacred? Because if you notice, what he said in that messagina to Tara Bell was, and if you show up, I'm done. What you done with?
Mm-hmm. I mean... But you know, white people say that phrase all the time.
I know. But
along with, I can't even.
But Elder Willow pointed it out. He said, so what's the real reason you don't want her there?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't buy this you want to see your wife clean bullshit. Let's talk about the shit. Why don't you really want her there? What you doing, girl? So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, production aside, it looks like they're gonna get married anyway and blah 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 blah. But it feels like Tara gonna show up at some point. But that was
I couldn't tell if it was editing when they have the wedding and it's like sister, but I'm like, did they insert a audio from something else? You know, they'll do shit like that. So, right. But there was also something that I thought was edited that was not. But we'll get to it. Keep going. Unsub Predator and D, because I can't. I don't want to. I want to get them out of the way. I hate them both. Girl. I hate them both.
She just the camera time.
I know. She was like, I want you to see my, Dustin said her BBL. Yeah, I hate them both. And I told you I want them to eat each other like fish.
So I cackled. Because I was like, this is how you know this nigga old. He got up with dog hair on his sweater and all to go feed the ducks. So
it starts off with this fake Radiohead music, which was killing me softly. But when he went to go feed the ducks...
Wait, I have it on the Shazam. Hold on. I think it connects all of my Shazam things.
I tried to Shazam it, but I couldn't. It kept telling me a no for that.
Yeah, it didn't show up on here. It's on my computer, but yeah.
So... But did you notice when he went to go feed the ducks? I was like, has he always been this thick?
I wanted to say that too. I was like, damn, you thick.
He thick. Thick.
Yeah, I was like, he thick. All right.
I was like, why his thighs are so stallion-esque? Like, they're so meaty.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, he went down to the lake to feed the ducks and reminisce on the love he had.
He did. He did.
If for whatever god awful reason you want more Jade and XD, make sure you subscribe to us on Patreon.